Chapter 1. Granite and Blood. My name's D'Artagnan, but most folks just call me Dart. Some old heads still use DT dash, said it sounded like someone with purpose. I never argued. I grew up on the outskirts of Lithonia, Georgia. Grandma used to call it Granite City, said the name came from the Greek word for stone. All I knew was red clay roads, old spirits whispering through the trees, and stories too old to be written down. My life started in tragedy. Lost my parents in a car wreck before I was out of diapers. Their folks weren't much better, either too broken to care or too distant to try. So the duty of raising me fell to my great-grandparents, Big Mama and Granddaddy. Folks call their generation the silent generation. Where I'm from, silence wasn't absence. It was presence, respect, discipline. Big Mama was a healer in the way that couldn't be taught in schools. She knew which root stopped fevers, how to pull pain from bone, and what prayers could make a bullet wound close faster than stitches. Doctors in town would show up on her porch in secret, begging for help when modern medicine failed. She'd fix what they couldn't and let them take the credit. Never needed recognition. Her power was quiet, but deep. Granddaddy was a man of land and metal. Son of a sharecropper, he worked with his hands until the day they put him in the ground. He built the house I was raised in. Had a forge out back where he'd make knives, horseshoes, tools, mostly from old railroad spikes. I remember the sparks, the rhythm of the hammer, the sweat glistening under the brim of his hat. Every time he got a knife just right, he'd grin and say, "Hot damn, still got Ogun's touch." Didn't know what that meant back then, but I know now. They held me down, gave me roots, made me feel like I came from something. But death came, like it always does. First Granddaddy, then Big Mama. Their passing tore a hole in me nothing else ever filled. I was young, angry, and tired of burying people. I drifted through school, got in fights, skipped class. My dad's mom tried pushing me into law enforcement. She was a deputy herself, but I didn't want to police the world. I wanted to fight in it, so I enlisted. The Army gave me something I hadn't felt since they passed. Structure, purpose, pain I could aim. Basic training lit a fire in me. I went from Fort Benning to Air Assault and Airborne, then Ranger School. Earned every tab. Didn't just want the patch, I wanted the war. Got picked up by the 82nd Airborne. Rangers lead the way, and I was right there, leading. Deployment came fast. Afghanistan. We hit the ground running. Missions, sweeps, gunfights, night raids. I got used to the tension in my spine and the silence in my soul. The team was tight. We trusted each other with everything. Until one day, everything went sideways. We were clearing a small village, tucked high in the mountains. Intel said low threat. But from the second we stepped in, the air felt wrong. No movement, no noise, just heat, stone, and something watching. Then all hell broke loose. But it wasn't a normal ambush. No IEDs. No enemy contact in any traditional sense. Shadows came at us. Fast, silent, inhuman. I can't explain what I saw. I don't want to. In under 2 minutes, we were scattered. Wiped. Only a few of us left breathing. And even that felt like a mistake. I should have died. But something in me, some old instinct, kicked in. I vanished into the rocks. Disappeared into the dark like my granddaddy taught me when we hunted in the woods back home. I made it out. The others didn't. Once I got clear, I started tracking. Couldn't leave my brothers behind. For miles I moved through shadow, following signs I couldn't explain. Scuffs on stone, streaks of blood, burned footprints. And then I found it. A cave, hidden in the cliffs like it didn't want to be found. The air around it buzzed like a broken radio. My skin prickled before I even stepped inside. I crept in slow. What I found inside, I still have trouble putting into words. My squad, though still missing, were tied to stone slabs in a perfect circle. Their chests bare, each one carved with symbols that made my blood run cold. Symbols I knew. Not from a mission briefing, not from any training manual, from Big Mama's back room, from the time she made me draw them in the dirt as a kid and whispered, "Don't ever forget these, baby. One day, they'll protect you." But I had forgotten. Until now. Around them, robed figures moved in a circle, chanting. Not Arabic, not Latin. Something older. Something that hit the back of my skull like thunder and ice. As I stepped closer, the air changed. Got thick, heavy. My chest tightened like I was drowning. Then the haze rolled in, gold, slow moving, like honey turned to fog. My body froze. My mind reeled. The ritual had begun, and everything I thought I knew about war, the world, and myself turned upside down.